Hey you, this is Intimidating Scones. Welcome back to Let's Vlog. Sorry about being gone for about a month. Um, and it's painfully clear that I am out of practice with talking and playing video games at the same time. It's actually kind of dumb how difficult that is to try to be halfway coherent, and I don't think I really am. But anyway, um, I did give a warning that I was going to not update my website a little bit because I thought I was going to get working on this new novel that I want to write. But I ended up spending all that time working on something else. So, you know how I've been doing this series on self appreciation, self love? This idea that, yes, having the love of your friends and family and significant other is important. Is it really one man away? Fine. All of that is important, but I also feel very strongly that having your own love for yourself, independent of all of that, is important as well. Having a reason why you yourself care about you yourself is important. And I ended up spending all that time basically on a very personal quest, even um, surrounding that. And I didn't really want to so much invite everyone into that part of the journey because of how deep and personal it was for me. And the whole idea behind the series was something that would apply to everyone. And this part of it was just applying to me. But I did write a comic about it. I went with the comic because I have a 250 comic series that is on paper. It's hand drawn, it's sketchy pencil. It doesn't it doesn't scan well because it's light, and it was originally done just for me. And what was funny was I thought the jokes would only be funny to me, but my friends thought it was hilarious and actually tried to convince me to put it online. And it just didn't translate very well to online. And I'm not sure that the one that I created this time does either. But it is available if you want to go read it. It's on intimidating-scones.com. Right now it is called End of the Beginning, but I will continue the comic as a series online, um, as, you know, just along with my other works. And I think when I do, I'm going to change the name to Sconefinity. So if you're wanting to find it, you may search for Sconefinity instead. But it'll be on the creative writing page. Anyway, enough telling you how to get to it. Let me tell you about it. I feel very strongly that I have finished my recovery from PTSD. Oh, I should probably go ahead and give a trigger warning for this video. I'm going to be talking a little bit about PTSD. I'm not going to go into any deep detail, but, you know, if that sort of stuff makes you sad or possibly triggers you, here's your warning. And there is probably a mild trigger warning for beginning of the end as well. It's in the table of contents, but it is very mild, very. Anyway, the comic is really centered around the idea of becoming whole again. And I feel very strongly that my recovery from PTSD ended when I no longer got triggered. I felt like, um, I was better from that. But part of the reason that I've been doing this whole series on self-love is because I used to feel that way about myself. I used to care about myself in that manner, and the traumatizing event I suffered took that away from me. So the comic is actually about losing that part of me as well as gaining it back. In the comic, all the characters are representative of different sides of myself, of who I am. And it talks about, they are all part of a whole, but they are also all autonomous and their own person. And it's all incredibly metaphoric for this feeling of when you go through something like that you lose a piece of yourself. That a part of yourself is just absolutely destroyed by it. And maybe part of you or most of you survives, but you have lost something very important. And the comic touches on this, but doesn't really go into detail about the level of guilt in that. That I lost that part of myself trying to deny what had happened to me. Denial is a very, very strong and sometimes very, very long piece of the road to recovery. And for me, denial was very, very hurtful. It ate at my psyche, and I had to break it down constantly. But the first time I broke it down, I did it in a way where I destroyed a piece of me trying to protect myself. And the way I was trying to protect myself was with a lie. It just doesn't work. And that part isn't really described. That part isn't detailed out, but I thought it was. Oh no! Well, that's a problem. I might lose one of my turrets. Whoa, okay. Sorry, it was all dark for a moment. I didn't... Lost the camera. Let's see what happens. Anyway, in the story, it's definitely more about the idea of accepting that not only am I whole again, but that it's over. One of the hard things that part of me didn't want to accept was the idea that I had done this all alone and nobody knew. I don't just mean, the whole world needs to know, but even people close and personal to me, they didn't know what I had done to recover. I think a lot of people think that time is what fixes it. And that's not true. Time does not fix anything. But recovery from anything, whether that be a traumatizing event or the loss of a loved one, or even just something as everyday as getting your heart broken. time isn't what fixes it. It's experience. And thinking about why it isn't going to destroy you from the inside out. You know, a lot of the time with breakups, you kind of, oh man, no, I need a little more mana. Well, don't get it. A lot of the time with breakups, it just takes realizing that it's not that bad. And you know, that's really all it takes. You know, well, that's a problem. You know, with harder things, it takes harder pieces of thought, takes more mourning. And I think what is rough is that I did some really incredible problem solving and puzzle solving, because the hard thing about PTSD is that you're working with shattered memories, memories that are not accurate, that are not actually giving the whole picture, and you have to put those pieces back together. And the way I was able to do that, I think, is amazing. And I was so sad that no one will ever know that I did something amazing. They might know that I did something amazing, but they won't know what that amazing thing was. It's something that maybe I'll be able to write about, maybe I'll be able to describe in a story, but I'm not sure. I don't even think so. I am just so curious to see if that turret survives. That shield there that's about to break. Everything's fine on that side, but that shield that I died trying to upgrade. Wait, oh. Wait, there's one more thing. Ha! It survived! That's fantastic. That's so dumb. Oh. And so, yeah, the whole idea behind the character Tertia, and without giving spoilers, her interaction with Mao. It is about that I tried to stay in denial. I tried to not admit that anything bad had happened to me. But part of me said, that's not going to happen. And I so violently wanted it to happen. I didn't want to have to deal with it. I didn't want it to destroy me. And I had to face it. I had to look at it, and I had to stop that side of me that wanted to stay in denial and wanted to just pretend for the rest of my life that I wasn't going to have to face this at some point. I'm very glad that I did. It was so horrible and it was so hard, but I wasn't happy in denial. Wow, these turrets. Oh, I don't have enough. They're gonna be destroyed. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna survive this wave. This is the same wave that got me last time. Well, I guess that's not true. This is the wave that got the crystal last time. This is going to be the wave that destroys my first turret. So I guess that not being exactly fair. Something about this side, the way I set up this side, is working better than the way I set up that side. Ooh. Anyway, I think that is really what this comic is about, and that now I'm okay with the fact that my story just may stay that. No one may ever know what I did to fix it all. No one may ever care. And in a way, it's so in the past, it doesn't matter. I just wanted appreciation. But maybe all I wanted was that appreciation from myself. And that this story is so much about having that again. Having that appreciation for myself, for who I am. For loving myself again. For becoming whole. People told me all the time, I'm not broken. And I'm not saying that they were wrong in that. But it definitely felt like maybe I wasn't broken, but something was missing. Something was not there anymore. And it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel like something terrible has happened, because if you deny those feelings, you won't ever realize that you can work to fix it. You can work to become whatever you want. I've been told that a lot of people don't ever learn to love themselves. And I'll believe that. It seems like a lot of people, even when they seem very self-confident, still really aren't. And I wish that I could do something to help with that. But I think if I do in the future, it will be through my writing and those arts. So, oof, yep, blockades are gone. Ooh. Yep, it's over. Wave 13. I could try to go heal the turrets, but I'd just die again. And now that side is doing better. Whoa! Alright. That's pretty much all I had to say. And what I said at the end of last video, that wasn't exactly an AMA, but it is sort of the thing of people tend to be afraid of asking questions about, that sort of thing. But it really is okay, especially if you're feeling the same way. It's not offensive, is what I'm trying to tell people. So if there is anything I can do, if you are feeling like something horrible has happened to you and you wish that you had someone to talk to, I'm around. All right, well, very far from wave 25, but it was interesting nonetheless. Thanks for listening, and hopefully I'll be doing more videos now that all of that is out of the way. Talk to you again soon.